You are approaching Saturn. You are only seconds away. I have arranged for you to meet my companion. He will lead you. Watch and listen. Please, don't disappoint him. He doesn't like that.
We are 5 years away from entering the 21st century. Humankind stands on the edge of the interactive age. You have come a long way. But are you ready for the future?
Introducing Sega Saturn. Aww, hit it! Sega's next-generation gaming platform. Revolutionary sports and arcade gameplay. All with amazing new 3D experiences never before possible on home game systems. Wow.
Sega Saturn. It's how you play the game.
What's happening?
Sega Saturn, the benchmark of engineering excellence, combining 3 32-bit RISC processors with 5 additional processors to create a head-snapping 500,000 polygons per second. Wow! Experience Sega Saturn's monster torque and parallel processing power. All the speed and handling you'd expect. And every inch a Sega.
You thought you knew how to play the game? But no one has played this hard, this fast, this real, until now. Come, look into the world of Sega Saturn.
Virtua Fighter!
Panzer Dragoon!
Bug! Black Fire!
Sega Saturn, the most powerful, the most technologically advanced game system anywhere.
Yeah.
Sega Saturn is the newest and most indulgent taste temptation from Sega, delivering crystal clear digital video and rich, creamy 3D graphics. And each unit is topped off with a delicious DSP chip dedicated to scrumptious CD quality sound. This gourmet meal from Sega goes oh so well with all of these yummy, mouth-watering titles. NHL All-Star Hockey. Clockwork Night. Daytona, USA. Worldwide Soccer.
Sega Saturn!
Incoming!
Go farther than you have ever gone before. Sega Saturn. Play your games in the 21st century and leave the rest of the world behind.
Thank you for your attention. Now it's time to explore your inner realm. Open your brain and look inside. Prepare to enter the theater of the eye.
Welcome to the theater of the eye.
Rods and cones report to the orbital socket.
How nice. We're trimming the toenails. What's that?
Optic nerve. This is the brain. What's going on down there?
The eardrum's going off! Go get help!
We're having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown. Having a breakdown. We're having a breakdown.
What else can go wrong?
Urgent synapse on line 2. It's the sphincter.
What is going on up there?
Sega Saturn. Welcome to the theater of the eye. 500,000 polygons a second.
Let me see.
16 million colors.
Me.
Wreak some havoc in your head.
Oh! Sega Saturn.
Welcome to the theater of the eye. Real sports.
Keep it down a little.
Real fast.
Optic nerve here. I am gonna need some help.
Real painful.
Sega Saturn.
Now you may return to the world as you know it. And remember, look for Sega Saturn. It's out there.
Everyone, welcome back to Saturn Saturday, where I play through various Sega Saturn games on real hardware. Today I'm taking on Virtua Racing. And if you were watching the pre-roll ads at the beginning, I apologize if you noticed it was kind of buffering there on the video. I'm thinking that I'm having some internet issues, so I had to disconnect Rumble and Twitch. So I'm only streaming on YouTube this morning. Thank you for joining us, Splintered One with Donk. I shall add the Egg Mule to that. I hope you're doing well this morning. So, Virtua Racing. So I've got a little bit of background information about this, and then we'll get started with the game. So there's a lot of interesting information about this as I was reading about it. Originally it was an arcade game. It came out in 1992. It was developed by Sega AM2 and published by Sega for the arcades. It was initially a proof-of-concept application for exercising the Model 1, which is their arcade board, a new 3D graphics platform, then under development. The results were so encouraging that Virtua Racing was fully developed into a standalone arcade title. The original arcade game has 3 big circuits designed into difficulties, designated into difficulties. And I'm not going to go a whole lot into the arcade version, but a little bit of background for the development of it. When selecting a car, you can choose different types of transmissions. Virtual Racing was among the highest grossing arcade games of 1992 in Japan and North America, and 1993 in Europe, Australia, and worldwide. It successfully received the award for the most innovative new technology from the Amusement and Music Operators Association, the AMOA. Virtual Racing is regarded as one of the most influential video games of all time for laying the foundation for subsequent 3D racing games for popularizing 3D polygon graphics among a wider audience. And I'm not going to, they've got a lot of, this is all coming from Wikipedia, they've got a lot of information about the arcade version. I figured I'd skip over a lot of that. But I will say a little bit about the development. Virtual Racing was developed alongside the Sega Model 1 arcade system, originally called the CG board, prior to completion. The game was directed by Yu Suzuki and designed by Toshihiro Nagoshi. I think I pronounced that right. Now, there were several different home ports of this besides the Saturn. So there was a Sega Genesis / Mega Drive version. It said due to complexity of the Model 1 board, the home console version seemed unlikely until 1994, when a cartridge design incorporating the Sega Virtual Processor, the SVP, is an extra chip created to enable the version of the Genesis Mega Drive. This chip was extremely expensive to manufacture, leading Sega to price the Genesis version of Virtual Racing unusually high, $100 in the US and 70 euros or francs, whatever that is, in the UK. It's that weird symbol they don't use anymore. It's not euros. Yeah, so this is like an extra chip they put in the cartridge, kind of like what you'd see with like Star Fox did on the Super Nintendo. And they say this chip was could do more than the actual Super FX chip for the Super NES. So pretty decent technology back then. It renders 9,000 polygons per second. So there was also a 32X version. But the Sega Saturn version is the one I'm playing now, and it was titled Time Warner Interactive's VR Virtua Racing, and previously known by the working title Virtual Racing Saturn. It was released in 1995 and developed and published by Time Warner Interactive. Now, this is what I thought was interesting. As the developers lacked the original source code, they had to create this version based on observation of the arcade game. The Saturn release has the same soundtrack and standard Redbook audio, which can be listened to any CD player. So that's basically, they stream you put this in your CD player in your car, you go to track 2, and from track 2 on, you can listen to the music from the game. So that music's streaming straight off the disc when you play the game. Okay, so the Saturn release, where are we at? Okay. The Saturn version also includes 7 new courses and 4 new cars, as well as a secret F200 supercar unlockable via cheat code, which we'll try here in a minute, or by placing first in every race with every car, which I do not plan to do today. Unlike other versions, it features Grand Prix mode, where players drive a series of cars in the tracks to earn points. Now, I did test this out just to make sure it would work. Unfortunately, this does not support the analog controller. So it's digital racing. You got to be tapping that D button. So there was also a PS2 version. I thought I'd touch a little bit on the version that got released for the Switch. It came out, in case you were curious, if you want to pick this up and try it today, there is a version on the Switch that came out June 27th, 2019, and it is a port of the original arcade version with the frame rate increased to 60 frames per second and presented in 16:9 aspect ratio. It also allows online play with up to 2 players, offline couch co-op, basically 8 players on one single system. And I don't remember if I picked that up. I think I have it on my wish list, waiting for it to get a discount. I get notified. Now, when it comes to the reception on this game, had some pretty good receptions. I'm going to skip over basically all the arcade reception and all the other ports, but I will talk about the Saturn version. So the sports reviewers at EGM gave the Saturn version an 8 and a 7 and out of 10. There's 2 reviewers. First reviewer praising the added content and overall improvement of the previous home ports. And the second reviewer saying that the game is enjoyable but doesn't fully use the graphical capabilities of the Saturn. GamePro similarly remarked this version not only looks better in both the Genesis and the 32X version, it also has a ton more options. They remarked that the graphics are not as good as Daytona USA, but the game had better music and is more fun to play. And then over at Sega Saturn magazine, they praised the additional tracks and cars, giving the game more depth than the arcade racer, but countered that what most gamers want was a straight conversion of the coin-op Virtua Racing, not a home-oriented remake. He concluded that the Saturn version is good on its own terms, but completely overshadowed by the Saturn conversion of Sega Rally Championship, which was to be released just a few weeks after. So, why would you pay $100 when you could just wait on Sega Rally Championship and buy that game? Which I'm not sure how much it cost, but I'm sure it wasn't $100. Now, if we look at the impact the game had, in January 1993, Replay Magazine reported that Sega credits Virtual Racing with a huge impact on the rest of the coin-op market and believes that the new high-tech driver has single-handedly lifted the simulator niche to a growing market. But looking more recently, if we go back to 2015, it appeared in third place on IGN's list of top 10 most influential racing games ever, behind Pole Position and Gran Turismo. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I was never a big Gran Turismo fan. I didn't have a PlayStation, but I would have kind of maybe thought Daytona would have been higher than Gran Turismo. But so in 2019, Nintendo Life articles called it one of the most influential coin ops of all time. Now, this is something I thought was really interesting. There was a patent dispute that if you've played any type of racing game, you have seen. Now, I will tell y'all, YouTube has changed something in the chat. So no longer does the name that you've specified appear. It now has your handle. So we now have, but I recognize the icons and know who these are. So 97 Hawaii, I'm sure I'm butchering that. Coming in, of course, with our obligatory thank you very much. So the last thing I want to talk about before we actually start racing is this patent dispute, which I thought was interesting. So in 1992, Sega applied for a Japanese patent involving the innovative features they developed for Virtual Racing, changing the 3D camera viewpoint with a press of a button. Sega used the feature in later games such as Daytona USA. It took 5 years for the patent to process before the patent was successfully granted to Sega in 1997. By that time, camera change buttons had become a common feature in 3D video games. So yeah, they applied for it in 92, didn't get approved till 97, so 5 years later. This means Sega would earn royalties from 3D video games that used camera change button features. Due to being a common feature used in many 3D games, Sega received royalties from companies using the feature in their games, both in Japan and internationally. Atari, for example, paid Sega royalties for using the feature in Atari Jaguar games. Sega also successfully took legal action against Nintendo, among other companies. Of course, Nintendo's not going to pay out unless a judge says, for using the feature in their games. In late 1990s, Nintendo and Sony decided to work together to challenge Sega's patent in Japanese courts. They found that the 3D camera change button feature of Virtual Racing was used in an earlier title, Star Wars Attack on the Death Star, a Star Wars video game developed by Japanese company MNM Software, later called Mindware, for the Sharp X68000 computer, and released exclusively for the Japanese market in 1991. That game's development was led by Kito Ichikawa, who attended the court to testify. Sega's patent was eventually revoked as a result of Ichikawa's testimony, but Ichikawa himself never received any compensation from Nintendo or other companies. However, Ichikawa revealed that the Star Wars game wasn't the first game. But the first game that used this feature was Magical Shot, a billiards game developed by M&M Software for the X68000 and released exclusively for the Japanese market in 1991. A lot of neat background information on that game. Didn't realize that Sega had originally patented the camera change button, and then took them 5 years. They got the patent, and then it got overturned. So, all right, let's check this game out. I'm just going to play straight through some stuff before I check out some of the cheats here. So let's check out the options and see what we got. One player, 2 players, watch mode. Okay, we'll keep it on easy. See what the buttons do here. Fly. How do I can fly? Interesting. Okay, so brake, accelerate. Damn. Maybe the cockpit, maybe the view button. Follow, float. Up and down. Okay. Oh. That hit start. Okay. It's weird. So to change the buttons, you have the A, B, and C. Change how the buttons do. Go view now. Hit start to get back out. Customize. Track movie. What movies? Okay, but I hit B to get out of that menu. Kind of confusing. All right. I may have one. I think I played a test. I did the practice for like 2 laps just to see how I could make sure the game worked, to see and to test to see if the analog controller would work, which it does not. Arcade. I thought there was a Grand Prix. Okay, yeah, that's the race. Let's go straight up arcade. Assuming this lets me pick my track like you would in an arcade. Yeah. Europe, North America, Greece, Europe. I have to start here. Keep it on automatic because I do not like having to shift.
Located in the scenic forests of Bavaria, this track is the perfect place for beginners to get their wipers wet.
It's very quiet on my end.
Long start, finish straight, and the gently banked right turn. After you burn across the bridge, you'll finally be challenged by a tricky little curved section. Don't get sleepy though, because if you miss the next hairpin at the amusement park, you'll be having ale and bratwurst with the pit crew.
Okay, I'll turn down the music again. I could barely hear that even in here. Not mixed very well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go! Come on. Weird. Hit gas but didn't pick up. Oh, wow. A really low view. What have we got here? Oh, fly. That's the fly view. Okay. That's way too high. That's cockpit view. That's probably a good one there. Oof. Like if there's supposed to be audio, it's not playing. This may have been one of those that I put on here before I realized that I needed to reformat the image to get the Red Book audio. But that's okay. Doesn't seem to be having a problem. If it does end up having a problem, I can always put the game on pause and I'd probably have it back on here in about 5 minutes. Gotten pretty good at figuring that out. 9th. Too much. Definitely has a nice physics feel to it compared to even like Daytona USA. I may have to end up picking up the arcade version on the Switch and test it out. But I've had it in my, pretty sure it's the one I've had on my wish list, so I'd get notified when it goes on discount. Most of those, it's I don't remember if it's part of an arcade archives or not, but most of those go about half price every once in a while. Oof. Well, it's like it's playing a song but not looping it. I think I lapped people because I didn't change my position, but I passed 2 cars. The pause menu has nothing. And you can't like quit either. I ended up having to like reset it when I tested this out yesterday. Oof. Fast. Oh, dang it. I hit the Q button next to the brake. Oh, I didn't make it in time. I may have to go ahead and unlock that better car quickly. Start? Okay, there we go. Well, it's something here. I always wonder why they put like numbers and symbols in there. I guess maybe if you're the so-and-so the first. I always wondered that when it's putting in initials. Why do they have... Where did I even place that? I didn't pay attention if it said. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's take a look at some of these cheats real quick and see about unlocking the better vehicles. Let's see. There is also a very hard to get hidden movie viewer, which I don't know if I'm gonna try to do that. You have to like let the opening play, and then when it gets back to it, you're supposed to press down 51 times, then left, right, up, right, left. Okay, so to unlock the video, to unlock the supercar, I have to do that. So after a track demo plays once, when the Time Warner logo appears for the second time, enter the cheat. How do I'm already in this mode. I may have to hit reset to do that. Okay, so I need to wait for this to come up a second time. Getting down 51 times sounds problematic. Like, hope it doesn't pick up any wrong apps. And supposedly it's not supposed to move on off the screen while you're putting this code in. I'm like, I have enough time to press all those buttons, but when you enter correctly, it'll fade out the logo and send you to the movie viewer. I'm guessing on that VR mode, maybe that's the point of view. All very short songs. I'm more mode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and left, right, up, right, left, left. Ah, that worked. Okay, so now to unlock the supercar on a movie viewer, press XYZ. Okay, I did that. Then select the car. Okay, when selecting car, highlight the F60 and press Z. Curious, I can watch one of these movies. I'm supposed to select and hit C. Get out, hit start. Get me out of movie mode? No. B. Okay. Supposed to select the F160. Go ahead and try Grand Prix. Supposed to hit Z. Select it. Yeah, an F-160 color scheme. Start. Initials. Oh, wrong. Oh. Skip some.
My heart is pounding like a ceremonial drum just thinking about a race within the primitive jungles of the very fast Amazon Falls Raceway. The Amazon Falls is located near the steamy rainforest of South America. You think you've sweat before? Think again. This exotic road course is extremely fast. The name of the game here is Pedal to the Metal.
Okay, I think an option to choose, Mark. Oh, not that far up. Back down here. Try this for a minute. I like this. It's a little easier to like, in this point of view, a lot of times easier to figure out like where you are on the track, but oof. It's also harder to see what's upcoming. You definitely get a better feel for like how your moves are messing with things. If I'm riding the go-kart, I'm foreseeing that. That might only be in the arcade mode where you choose your car. Now let's go back to here. That's better. Oh, caught some air. That's one of the harder things that I realize now playing like some of these older racing games is the resolution, draw distance, all that stuff really plays a factor in understanding what's coming up, preparing for the turn. Sometimes it's so pixelated, it's like, wait a minute, is that curve going left or is it going right? Can't really tell. So you're just like right on top of it. All these songs sound like they're just like jingles or something. They're way too short. Set up third. Lap 4. I don't see lap 4 of. Hard for me to look at too many of the gauges right now while I'm racing to see if I'm just missing. It tells me how many laps I'm actually to do. It'll probably tell me when I'm on the last lap, I would think. I feel like I'm going so much slower. I think this might be the slower cars. It's a lot easier to control. I'm not flying off the edge. Like I've not had to hit the brake at all. For that last one I played in arcade mode, I was having to brake around every corner. Oh, well dang. It definitely looks like this is the go-kart, which is the slowest car. Worse on that one because I bumped a car. Wrestling, my second lap is my best so far. So you come up over those hills, sometimes there could be a car just right there in the road, and you just get. I could hug the corners a little better and get a better lap time. No, I still didn't beat that previous lap time. Out here with the pedal to the metal. I lost a little bit of traction because I hit the sand. There's a little path out there to the right where it goes. It's not on my not on the map on the right hand side. So this was done by Time Warner Interactive. So is this now going to be owned by Netflix? telling where the license holders and all that stuff for this version gone over the years. Oof, caught some air. Dang it. Sand again. I think I'm safely in first at this, but don't seem to drop any speed if you skid. So a lot of times if you skid around a corner or something, you'll lose some speed. But staying right at 90. Final lap, okay. Lap 10. A lot of laps. Where are the red shells? Need a red shell about right now. I'm continuing to do this race. I have been playing various games. I've finally finished Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. 100% did the map, so cleared everything on it. It's definitely pretty good. If you haven't seen my review video on that, make sure you check that out on the channel. I don't need to see a replay. 10 laps. The best lap is second. So I got a second place lap time. Oh, then why didn't I? It put me on second there. Course ranking. It's maybe my total course time. I didn't see what it was. We'll just skip that. So you see we got 5 people watching, so if you haven't smashed the like button, smash it! Smash it with a hammer! Okay, press start to continue. And I'll probably give away, did give away channel memberships today, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you are in order to have a chance to get one. Save game. Yeah. Start. Oh, the initials in again. Or why it gives me numbers, but okay. I have to hit next one. Okay, Australia, Europe. Wait, Europe's. What was I just on? Remember? Yeah, I think I did that one. Okay, so that's the hard. And okay, Australia, that's probably what I did because that's easy. No, Europe. I did Europe. Dang it, I wasn't paying attention. I did. And it's not really showing me like if I've done it before. It's kind of annoying. I think I did that one because I think I had more forests. So we'll try this one. Australia.
The last time I raced at Surface Speedway, I set a world record. Here's what it's like down under. Turn 1, wide, steeply banked. Next, a long straight. Hint, avoid the left fork like the plague. Second turn, a flat right-hander with more sand than Coney Island. Finally, one last bank turn and you're back to the beginning.
Okay, I can't believe they had this turned off by default. I would never understand. Don't give you much time. Like once it comes up, it's like ding ding, let's go. That view again. easier to see the track this way. Yeah, this is not the one I did before. We'll explain why I did well on that last track, because it was difficulty. Whoa, whoa, definitely going sharper turns here. Oh, is this a jump? What is this? Okay. You can't really see the road. It's just like... And I'm in first. That didn't take very long. I'm guessing this will be 10 laps as well. That must be the standard. I think Daytona does the same thing. I can't remember if it's 8 or 10. Somewhere in that range. In Australia. Oh. I didn't slow down any. I stayed 90 miles an hour through the stand. Did I turn in the air there? I think I did. No, you can't turn. Okay. I tried it just then. There's that one steep turn. This isn't too bad. That's this right up here. No. To the other end. Oh, that's that one. There's a little wiggle there. Not really a steep turn, just kind of road shifts a little bit one side to the other. Man, this is actually feels pretty good. I can see now why this thing was $100. Oh no, well the Genesis version was $100. I don't think I never played the Genesis. I remember when the Genesis one came out. I'm like, who's gonna pay $100 for that? Ridiculous. One of those games you can show when people complain about how expensive games are today. What do you mean this game's $70? Like, here you go. Virtua Racing, Sega Genesis card, $100. I imagine that's probably a collector's item now. I've not looked up the price on that because to have that be that expensive, it's pretty few people would I would think would have picked it up. Also coming kind of towards the end of the Genesis lifespan. So back to the games that I'm playing. I just started Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I'm baffled at some of the online discourse around that game. I don't quite get it. Game feels like Metroid Prime games. Yeah, there's voice acting in it, which you really didn't have in the previous games, but you kind of expect that today. And I think some people complain about like the tutorial guy basically that's been part of the game. He doesn't start right at the very beginning with you. Actually play for a good, I don't know, hour or so before he shows up. Depending on how you take it. I take the games like that slow because I check every corner as I go through it. So you probably could get to them faster if you just go straight through stuff. But and yeah, he is kind of like, what's that over there? Which is kind of annoying because, you know, anybody who's played a Metroid game kind of knows, a Metroid Prime game, they kind of know to look for this type of stuff. But I can see it making them more accessible to people who have just are new to the franchise, which is where my only complaint, I could say, I wouldn't say only complaint, but I think the biggest misstep in marketing on that game is the title. I don't think they should have called it Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. They should have just called it Metroid Prime Beyond. Drop the number. It's a whole new storyline. It's not related to the other 3 games. You don't have to have played the other 3 games to play this one. It's kind of like the Legend of Zelda games. So you don't have Legend of Zelda 8. They all have their own title. They're all independent stories. So if you're starting a new story, why would you call it Metroid Prime 4? I know they announced it as Metroid Prime 4 when 8 years ago, but they could very easily just drop that when they finally came down to it. And I think just calling it like Metroid Prime Beyond, I think would have alleviated a lot of the misconceptions about what to expect from the game. But that's just my opinion. I think that otherwise it feels like a Metroid Prime game. You got lots of... It's more about explanation. And people haven't played those like, oh, I don't like first-person games. Well, it's not a first-person shooter. It's more about exploration, finding things, activating stuff, and then backtracking. Kind of like you do in most Metroidvania games, just 3D realm. Now there are enemies, there are bosses, and the bosses usually are harder. Well, not usually, they are harder. There's usually a trick to it because you can lock on to sections of it. So I'm not playing with the mouse controls. That does not appeal to me one bit. So I'm just playing it straight up analog stick. So you've got to kind of learn, okay, I got to hit this, I got to hit that, I got to break this off, now these weak. And got, okay, this is a bit of a spoiler, but you get this ability, basically an hour and a half to 2 hours into the game. You've got a slow-mo shot that you can use where you can direct your shot. So like one of the bosses, you've got to break off the armor off of his tentacles. There's like a bulge point on the tentacles. You got to break off that armor, and then you got to shoot. Oh, well, dang. Then you got to hit all the points on the tentacles at once. So you go into the slow-mo shot, and you hit them all and take them out. He's weakened at that point, and then blast the main body. So it's stuff like that. It's not about you trying to, how good is your aim on this one little point. If that was the case, then yeah, mouse controls would be superior. But when it's more about strategy and understanding the weaknesses, and the big thing with Metroid Prime games is scan everything. Like absolutely every doors, scan consoles, scan this plate in the floor. You scan everything, and it gives you a little bit of information. You get to a boss, first thing you do is scan it, and then you'll get some information that'll tell you you've got to break off these points. So it'll give you exactly what you have to do to get past them. So, and that was the same thing in all the Metroid Prime games were that way too. So, plus usually the game keeps up with like what you scanned, at least the previous ones have, and then you get a percentage. What did you miss? And like I always like end up missing something right at the very beginning of the game when I didn't really get the concept of what I was doing. Like, oh, you didn't scan this one little console. But and it's not like if it's a box, once you scan one type of box, they all show as scanned. You don't have to scan them again. But if you can't remember, you can scan it and it'll tell you, oh, this thing can be destroyed with a concussive blast, with a power bomb on it. So, or not power bomb, but a fourth ball bomb. So, or it'll tell you a powerful blast can destroy it, and you missile. So it'll help remind you if you can't remember how you're supposed to break something. But yeah, I'll be playing that again after this. I didn't stream it because I just streamed the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which I really enjoyed that game. I'll give you my 2 cents on that one as well. We'll get through this race and then I'll get into Marvel Cosmic Invasion. But that's the first. Tell that was not very difficult. So my total time was 9:22. How in the world, if it's saying the best times are 5 minutes, do you do that in 5 minutes? 4 minutes? Who in the world could do those 10 laps in 4 minutes? Oh, probably the faster carts. Okay. That makes sense. You can't do it in the go-kart. Okay, let's see what we got next. Let's see, we got 6 people watching, so if you've not smashed the like button, smash it with a hammer. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please, because it really helps out the algorithm. Tell, hey, people like this. And plus, I'll give away some channel memberships by the end here. But you have to be subscribed, otherwise it won't do any. Won't get a chance to get one. Graduate to the next circuit. Okay, so I bet now I probably change cars. Yeah. So that's how that works. Okay. Save game. Why, yes. Okay. Amazon Falls. That's a new one, and it's easy. Yes, let's just go ahead and do that. It looks like it puts you on the next track you want to do.
My heart is pounding like a ceremonial drum just thinking about a race within the primitive jungles of the very fast Amazon Falls Raceway. The Amazon Falls is located near the steamy rainforest of South America.
I'm partially skipping that because I'm trying to see if I can set this into night mode. Then I'm supposed to hold A, X, Y, and Z and press start. See if we get night mode. No, we did not get night mode. Alright, so faster car. I'm probably going to end up needing to brake some now. Kind of got used to not needing to brake. I was just holding down the gas. Dang it. Immediately. 10 out. Woo! Got some good air there. Alright, come on, car. Back into first. It's a little harder, higher speed. Not like a relaxing Sunday drive anymore. I think this is the one I already did. Oh well, we'll just do it again. Probably should have not graduated and just stayed on that level and hang it. I don't know if it'll let me go back and do the easier levels or not. Or the easier car, the go-kart. Move. Get out the way. Move, car, get out the way. Definitely a little more touchy now at this higher speed. I think my top times before on the go-kart were like 46, maybe. It's 42. Of course, I've not gone all the way through a route here without hitting something, so I'm still in 5th. Hard part is avoiding these cars. I'd do better if I didn't. There aren't any cars on the road. Oh yeah, much faster speed. 36 now. Gosh. Passed a car, but I didn't change the position. That car must be way behind. Ah, dang it. So those cars keep getting in my way. So I went from 2nd to 5th. Hopefully I've got 5 more laps. Really more than 5. I'm on the 5th. I've done 4. About 4.5 at this point. Alright, pulled the 2nd. A little harder, I gotta concentrate a little more here, but I'll go ahead and tell you about, I think, about Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Definitely a fun beat 'em up. it does not, I think, hold a candle to Shredder's Revenge. Just for my sake, as far as a single player game goes, Shredder's Revenge feels a lot more accessible, I guess I would say, for a single player. One thing I noticed with Marvel Cosmic Invasion is that every enemy like seems to hit you between combos. So you keep hitting your attack button and you do your 4 attack combo and then you pause to start the combo again, they're going to hit you. It just feels kind of cheap. And I know some of Shredder's Revenge does that at some of the higher difficulties, but do it all the time. You get these little one ticky-tack jabs in every time. But I've noticed when I played online with multiplayer, it made it a lot easier because you could team up with other players and be, kind of prevent that from happening. And you absolutely plow through enemies. Most fun I had on that was when I did online play with 4 players, and it was just mayhem, and it never skipped a beat. I played on Xbox Series X. I don't know how the original Switch version would do as far as frame rate, but it was just solid. For never an issue, and definitely a lot more enjoyable that way. Some of the unlockables I find kind of difficult to pull off because you got to do certain attacks with certain enemies or certain allies, so you try to pull off where you're hitting like 5 enemies with your special attack. Not kill 5 enemies, hit 5 with 1 attack. So I find something like that a little more difficult because you got to have 5 enemies on the screen, and then you got to range at an angle to hit them all. So ones like that I think are kind of annoying. The other ones were just like kill 10 enemies with it. That's not too bad. You do that over the course of time. It does highlight like which 2 characters you should play as for each level, because each level you could pick 2 characters to play as and swap them in and out. That's kind of neat, kind of bringing on some of those fighting game mechanics that they had for this older Marvel vs. Capcom, I think it was, game. So that's a nice touch. You've got a lot of characters to choose from, and you unlock them as you play through the course of the game. It seems like there's a lot less levels in this than Shredder's Revenge had, but I haven't counted them. It just seems like it did not take nearly as long to get through as it did Shredder's Revenge. And I'm comparing to that because it was also the same company that did this. But overall, it's a pretty good beat 'em up. I'd definitely play it some more. In fact, I've been trying to play it some and slowly unlock some of those other achievements. But it's harder too when you're playing online with people to unlock them, because they may play as the character that you need. You can't play duplicate characters. First place. Congratulations! Oh. We'll save. Spot. Sure. Okay. It's expert. Australia, Europe medium. Let's just go ahead and do that. I will probably regret it.
The Alpine course is an absolutely beautiful track, and it'll take someone with ice water in their veins to get through it unscathed. Better slap on some high traction studded snow tires, because nobody ice skates backwards at 150 miles an hour. We got tunnels, we got turns, and we got ice and snow. So buckle up, babies, and get ready to freeze.
Alrighty. Snow in here. This will be our Christmas themed one because there's snow. I do have a game planned out for Christmas already, just because it has a snowy, Christmassy looking level in it. But I won't tell you what that is. You'll have to tune in to. But I've already got that figured out. I should be back on again next week as well. I don't know what I'll play yet next week. Oof. Well, there was a guardrail there. Doing nearly as well. This has a lot more curves in it. Wow. Okay, that's the first time I've flipped the car. I have a feeling I'm not going to do as well here. Oh, what's green grass here? We want snow. There's a chance my area is supposed to get some snow. Don't want to do a pit stop. Supposed to have gotten some snow yesterday, and of course we did not. I have heard that this area that I'm in, Western North Carolina, is supposed to have some colder and wetter winter this year, so we'll see what we get. We've not gotten much snow in the past 3 or 4 years, so we'll see what happens. Oof. Yeah, I'm not doing nearly as well on this level. I'm going to let up on the gas when I go around some of these really sharp curves. Definitely get a higher speed. I was doing 90 with the go-kart now, or before. Now I'm up to 180. Gosh. Best lap. And I'm still in 9th. That's one of those where it tricks you because it goes a little to the left and then it turns sharp right. So I guess as you learn the track over time, you'll get better at that. It makes it kind of hard to see which way you're going with the, what is it, 320 resolution. Flip the car again. Hard to get up to a good speed. I flipped the car and still got my best lap. Taking me a little while to kind of get the knack of the layout. That one gets me every time. A little to the left and then hard right. Or the other way around, I guess it was. Wow, when I let go of the gas button on those curves, I really hit it hard. Start turning a little earlier because I notice I kind of slide. Hold the D button down all the way, D-pad all the way down for a curve. And I get first on this one, but I'm learning this lap, or learning this track. Definitely a lot harder than the easy one I was on. Interesting that the grass doesn't just absolutely spin you out. And a lot of newer games after this, of this time and stuff, like Daytona, you'd hit that grass or whatever and you'd just go spinning out. Traction doesn't seem to change nearly as bad. It does make this a little more accessible. Hey, I finally caught up to someone. Oh, wrong way. The track turned that way. Hard to see sometimes off in the distance the way the track goes. Pay attention to the map on the right. Oh, there's snowmen, I just noticed. I wonder if I can run over them. Ah! Dang it. It hurts you when you hit a car like that, spin out. Okay, I don't. Looks like I'm stuck around 8th or 9th. But I don't quite make it to the top this time. But I guess you earn points. Okay, the road went the other way. Did that last time too. Ah. Yeah, you gotta really kind of memorize some of these tracks. It's difficult sometimes to perceive which direction it's going. Would have been useful if they'd put more arrows in each curve, kind of pointing which way to go. Wow. That time I overcompensated. I let off the gas and slamming into the inside of the curve. Alright, that time I turned right. Dang it. Flip the curb. On lap 7, so can't ever get up to speed. I keep hitting walls. Ah, overcompensated again. Letting off on the gas really gives you a lot more traction. Curves. Yeah, I just keep flipping back and forth between 9, 8, and 9. Two laps left. I can maybe pull the 7th. Hey, actually did that curve a little better. Saxophone. Did a little better that time. Ah, can't. I let off the gas and overcompensated. I need to do these levels at the go-kart level and see if I can drop back down or if it's going to leave me stuck in this level. I did that corner one time correctly out of 10 laps. pretty much had to memorize your way through these courses. Difficult to see which way it goes. At least want to keep this 8th place finish. Dang it! No, you don't. Move. Okay, there's the start. Definitely not as good on these harder levels. I need to play the course on the lower speed. Okay. While this is loading, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll see if I can try other courses or if I can try other difficulties. But just about a 2-minute break, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's see what we can do now. Save game, yes. Or yes. Oh, no. Must have accidentally button. So up and down does nothing but make noise. Team is what I need to end up selecting. Don't think I can. Not on this version. So that should have been the one I just did. Then try Australia. Medium. Is there Australia that was easy? Yeah. Track. Surfer Speedway Oval. Oh, Surfer Speedway Road. Okay, so it may have different paths. Probably what some of those side roads I was seeing was. Yeah, I can't change this level.
I can't get enough of those Aussies and their magnificent surface.
Maybe if I backed out.
But this time, we've added some
let's go ahead and race this in it.
turns to the plot. Sure, it starts with the same wide turn. Sure, it goes into the same long straightaway. Then we gotcha with a quick right turn at the fork, followed by one more tight bend, And there's the finish line.
There's the finish line. Do this.
No problemo.
You can do it!
Now, every time I have to change my view. Not seem to be a setting that saves. Yeah, so this is the same one I did, but see how it's got that little cut in on the right hand side of the track? So that's the difference now in this track, is you've got that really curvy section that now makes it a medium difficulty or whatever it was called. Yeah, this oof. Well, so much for doing good there. Alrighty. That's the only difference, is that one little section. I would think I should be able to do, since I came in first on easy this car earlier, I think I should be able to do pretty good on this one. At that time I slowed down in the sand because I stayed in too long. Oh, I don't want to do the pit stop. I don't even have pit stops in these games. It slows you down. Car's not taking damage. Well, that wall. Other racers are way ahead of me. I'm gonna catch up to them or not. Definitely would have liked this game if I would have gotten it back when I had a Saturn. I always loved racing games. Definitely has a pretty good feel to it. Feels a lot more. For me, it's easier to control than Daytona USA. The prettiest game? No, graphically it's not the prettiest, but physics-wise, it definitely has a good feel to it. Wish I had an analog stick to use with it. But even then, a lot of the analog stick games back then, you really had to have the feel to use those. I don't have one. I would assume that it would have picked up the 3D controller for the Saturn as analog, but did not. But it may behave differently if the feel had been plugged in. Passed somebody, but I didn't change position. I guess I lapped them. Oh, good grief. curve really gives me trouble. Try my best to not hit the pit. Come out of that curve and heading over to the pit just feels natural. You almost have to turn back more than 90 degrees. Like a 100-degree turn. I'm making little mistakes like that, just running out and clipping a wall. Stuff that costs you because your speed drops. Like you turn there and then you got to turn another sharp turn, another little quick turn coming out of the curve. Get back onto the track. Every time. I don't know why that one's giving me so much trouble now. Just because on the map it looks like it's straight, but it's not. Almost jumped that car. Like how when you flip the car over, you're like, you've got some momentum and you're going at a decent speed, and then all of a sudden it just drops you to zero. This is your punishment for running out of the road, slamming into the wall. Yeah, it looks like fifth is where I'm going to kind of end up on this one. I'm way behind all the other cars. Really run flawless to anywhere close to catching up by that point. Sometimes when you have these races games, if you're using a digital pad, if you just touch the D-pad over, you just like speed off really quickly in that direction. But this one, you got to hold it before it really speeds you up, before it makes the curve sharper, turn sharper. Or slamming that wall threw me off again. And you've got to cut back over right at the end there. There's that little house thing that's in the way. I'm trying to clip inside of that curve and not even bother with that house. Go to the right of it instead of the left of it. Still in fifth. Every time I hit that, I think it's a sharp turn back the other way. Start paying attention on the map where I'm at. Yeah, it's one of those, it's hard to see such low resolutions if you're right on top of the curve. One of the difficult things I remember in like Mario Kart 64 and playing that, it's like I got better at it because I knew the maps, so I knew which way the curve was going because I had it memorized. So I knew which way I was supposed to turn and how I was supposed to turn. So even though I could play against somebody who might be a better racer than me, if they didn't know the maps, sometimes I benefited from that. No, there's not a house. That's a little guardrail thing. Remembered that time. For once. Oh, brief. A little bump like that should not spin us out. One complaint about that. You're going at high speed and you just touch them, spin out. Sometimes I would use enemies or other cars to slow me down purposefully. So you're kind of straight here, and then you got to turn again up for the goal line. Oh, it throws me off. That was terrible, just terrible. Okay, we'll do a save on this and we'll back out and see. If that makes any difference. I can hit the lower things. The lower speed. Once you move up, you can't go back. Oof, hard. I already did that one. What? I'm gonna back out of here. I'm gonna go over to arcade mode. See if I can access that other vehicle that I supposedly unlocked. But I had no feedback as to whether I actually unlocked it or not. Back. We'll leave it on the east first.
Located in the scenic forests of Bavaria, this track is the perfect place for beginners to get their wipers wet. You'll be babied by the long start-finish straight and the gently banked right turn. After you burn across the bridge, you'll finally be challenged by a tricky little curved section. Don't get sleepy though, because if you miss the next hairpin at the amusement park, you'll be having ale and bratwurst with the pit crew.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get a chance to pick the car. Set that. Okay. A lot of different courses. Did I just miss it? Maybe I wasn't paying. I was trying to also clear out my messages on my phone, my email. Yeah, I'll have the option as gearbox. I know in practice mode I got to pick. Let's just do one I'm not done yet. Ungrease. Hard. I guess I have to unlock these as I play through. So let's go, we'll start.
Located in the scenic forests of Bavaria, this track is the perfect place for beginners to get their wipers wet. You'll be babied by the long start-finish straight and the gently banked right turn. After you burn across the bridge, you'll finally be challenged by a tricky little curved section. Don't get sleepy though, because if you miss the next hairpin at the amusement park, you'll be having ale and bratwurst with the pit crew.
This is a much faster car. We'll pause that for a second. by the way, Grandia 2 was released for the Dreamcast 25 years ago today. You didn't know. Okay, let's resume. Let's see what we can do. I feel even on easy, I'm going to have a hard time with this. This is a very, very fast car. I like how the bridge is and roads like just hanging in the air because it hasn't spawned. Move. I have to brake on some of these. I'm going too fast. I think I should start a new one and new save on that other one and set it and play through the go-kart track level. Blue blazes are get first. Really? I darted in front of me. Somehow I feel like pushing the D-pad down as hard as I possibly can will make these turns a little faster. Final, okay, so not nearly as many laps in this. Makes it hard to get back up if you have a bad start. Ah, come on. Fifth, so I lapped somebody. Try my best not to go outside that curve that time, but not manage it. Okay, so I get fifth. I think I passed that car, so I obviously lapped it. Oh, all tracks enabled in career mode, XYZ. Oh, enter XYZ as your initials in career mode. Let's see what we can do there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I played this or not. Doing good at remembering these. Go ahead and try this, and then I'll try that XYZ and see what happens.
Located in the scenic.
Okay, skip that for now. The only time you get to pick your vehicle is in the practice mode, then. Oh yeah, I did do that. I think I've done all the easies, but we'll do it again. Yeah, this is much easier at this difficulty. Might turn on a dime there. I'm not going so fast. The track seems a lot wider too. Maybe that's just my perception. Oh, honestly, this feels a lot more fun to play at this speed. Just hold the gas down and go. But, you know, it kind of takes some of the challenge out of it. I'm going to ask if I want to move up to the next level. I'm not going to. Ferris wheel thing over there kind of looks like the spinning wheel in the game of life. Pick some. Okay. Go through all the levels now at this speed. Oh, I do. And I think there were some other cheats I wanted to check out. Try out maybe the practice mode and see what that other vehicle is. Just to be really, really fast. That way I can just slam into every wall as I go around the corners. I see a yellow, multicolored spinning wheel. It makes me think of the spinning wheel in the game line. You can see they do kind of a parallax background here for the mountain. So much easier at 90 miles per hour versus 180. I want to know what go-kart they've got that's going 90 miles an hour, though. Pretty sure in the practice mode it called it a go-kart. See when I get that. I've never noticed. It looks like they've got like little. I've noticed the skid marks, but it almost looks like they've also put like little patches in the road, little darker areas. Like, oh, the road's been patched and fixed. Wish there was an option like cut down the number of laps you have to do this mode. Interesting too, in arcade you don't get an option to pick your vehicle. So, yeah, so 147 kind of the time I'm getting on this. Taking about 10 minutes. Get through all this by the time you start the course and wait for it to start and all that. In laps. I guess probably closer to 9 minutes. Get that car. It 8 miles per hour. Makes me think of the Back to the Future game. Yes. Terrible. Really hated that game. I rented it. I was looking at, like, if you follow any of my quizzes I'm doing a whole series now on YouTube. Little surveys of what's your favorite game, and recent ones like per year, per console. And I was going back and looking through some of these. I'd see some names of like movie tie-ins or whatever, and I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, that might be good. And like abysmal scores. So I forgot, oh yeah, pretty much most of the games back then that were tied into a movie or something, or a TV show or whatever, were just absolutely terrible. They just relied on the name to carry it. I remember getting Knight Rider on an NES. It's like, oh man, I love the show. Terrible racing game. Horrible. I just recently picked up, I had to because it dropped down the cheap. I picked up NASCAR Arcade Racing Switch. Again, a terrible game. It is absolutely horrible. It basically has like 2 difficulty settings. It has like, God mode for the computer racers. They're very difficult to beat. And then can you hold the button down? Okay, then you're good. Like super easy. So I had it. The default was to have it on that hardest level. There's only 2 difficulties. The default was to have it on the hardest difficulty, and I'm sitting there coming in like 7th out of, I don't know how many races there were, 16 or whatever, consistently middle of the pack. I'm like, what is going on? So I put it on easy, and then I like blow them all away. And like you'll clip a wall and you'll just go through it, and it'll drop you back in the middle of the track. Like, oh, okay, well I just like drove through the wall somehow. Yeah, so it's janky and not a great game, but I thought I'd give it a try. I don't know if the Xbox version's any better. I am playing on the Switch 2, but they don't apparently have any type of update for the Switch 2 because it still was like 30 frames per second. Like, why can't they just lift the frame rate for the Switch 2? And I tell you, racing games makes a huge difference with a higher frame rate. XYZ. Oh. I do have one first place, I guess, when I played it earlier. Oh, because it's the whole time. So when you have those shorter tracks from arcades, you're doing 10 tracks here, you're never going to set a ranking. That makes more sense. It's interesting that they're not separate. Oh. I'm just going to override that other one I did. I don't really care. Okay. I done Alpine. So let's get something new. I've done Bay Bridge.
Get ready to rock and roll across the Bay Bridge and prepare to scream on and off the freeways in that city.
Oh yeah, I did do this one.
Welcome, racers, to the Bay Bridge Grand Prix, one of the 8th wonders of modern engineering. Better let out the parachute for a crazy little maze of exits and off-ramps. And if you're lucky, you'll make it back to the bridge to do it all over again.
Oh, I need a parachute? That's not encouraging. By the way, I say we still have 6 people watching. If you've not hit the like button, please do so. It really helps out. And if you haven't subscribed, I do plan to give away some channel memberships, which I don't do much with, but I do sometimes put up a video and have it early for channel members. And I think I'm going to have one out maybe in a couple weeks that I'll do that with. You might get the video a week early than anybody else, but we'll see. But yeah, you have to be subscribed to have a chance to get a channel membership. So, get a chance, do that. It does help the channel out quite a bit. Oh, I think I just did a pit. No? Go this way. Oh, dang. Okay, so you have the different routes that you can take. Wow. I'm like, wait. What happened there? I had a tree. Okay. That didn't help. Okay, so they've got signs up of which route you're supposed to take. Oh, that was terrible. Okay. Focus. Need to focus. You lack discipline. That's like the worst thing. You hit another car and then stop completely. You should at least kind of like bounce off them, not like that. Completely spin out, come to a complete stop, and then have to build your speed back up. A lot of cars here. Very narrow roads on this track. But it makes it hard to get around the cars because you don't have as much space to work with. Alright, 6th. We're rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. What? Wow. Jeepers. Even in go-kart mode, that's a sharp turn. How in the world are they still like gaining speed through there? And I'm doing all I can just to not run out of the road. I have a feeling I'm not going to get first. It sounds like they're going to a commercial break in an 80s sitcom when that comes on. But they just like told some type of like down, you know, like a joke about something that's going wrong or whatever. It's like I know, George, but for some reason I just parked the car there. And then the song goes off. How was I supposed to know you were allergic to that? And the music goes off. Ugh. That one really messed me up. I gotta glance over at my map more often to see which way the road's going. Stuck in 5th. And my car light backfired a little bit when I passed another one. It is. It makes a little noise. I don't know if it's every time I pass or if it's when I pass one where I move up a spot. Okay, it didn't do it that time, so it must be when you pass and move up a spot. Oh my gosh! That one kills me. The one that sounds like the commercial break. No, no, no. You're getting in front of me. Stop! What do you think you're doing? Oh my gosh. Well, that just ruined it. I am like so far behind. I think whoever's in first. If you could tell on the map who's where the first place person is. Oh, good grief. Ah, there we go. So hard to see around the corners. The way the road is going. Third. That section is tough. I just basically let off the gas the whole way through. Otherwise, I can't make the turns. Lap 8. Oh, let me pass somebody. Nope, still third. Oh, I got a second now. I'm get closing in on first. Yes, the yellow dot up there. It is. He's got a big lead on me. And he doesn't make mistakes in the curves. Because he's the computer. He knows exactly which way they're going. Ah, dang it. Well, that just cost me. I had that same tree like the first time I went around there. Dropped me to third. There's no way I'll catch first now. I even had my foot off the gas. I'm like, oh well. I could imagine running this at the highest speed. My gosh. This is like the equivalent of 50cc in Mario Kart. I'm having trouble. Well, at least I got back to second. Yeah, I just basically have to let off the gas to that whole section there. Probably a better strategy, but hey, at least it keeps on the road. Here comes start, so I'm not gonna, no way I'll pass anybody now. Oh well, at least I got the second. Alright, let's try the next track. And there I am. Check your zipper. YZ. Okay, so Bay Bridge. Start. Yes, save. Yes, save. Save. Yes, save again. And then track. Okay. Then reset me. Stayed on Bay Bridge. Okay, I think I've done that one already. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this because I've not done that and it's hard. It is the hard track.
Diablo means devil, and that's who must have designed this U.S. track within this Grand Prix circuit, with its massive rock face rising up.
Diablo means devil.
This is one of the most treacherous courses on the tour. It starts deceptively easy with a few turns and a curious detour. I wouldn't use the helicopter view, or you'll look like sausage pizza against those rocks.
What difference would it make with the helicopter view? Why would I look like sausage pizza? That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't use the helicopter view or you're going to look like scrambled eggs. Actually, that probably makes more sense than sausage pizza. I wouldn't use the helicopter view or you might look like filet mignon. Let's have branching paths here, maybe. Yeah. Looks like the right side's straight. Why in the world did you spin me out? I was barely going any speed there. I will say that is one kind of annoying aspect on this. Touch bumpers and spin out. But that was kind of a way I think like a lot of the 2D style racers did back then. I didn't spin out that time. That was nice of them. A lot of the 2D racers would do that. You hit another car and you spin out because they didn't have the physics behind it to really... Oof! Went off the road. Oh, hey! Hang time on that one. Okay, this time I'm gonna go straight. Everybody else is going right. I'm going this way. Oh, that's the pit stop. Well, hey, at least we get to now see what the pit stop does. Look at that. New tires that don't make a bit of difference in my physics. Okay, well, I gotta play catch up. "88 miles per hour." That would, like, when you go by the pit, like, maybe give you a boost or something. Like, yeah, the pit's gonna take you down this time, but we'll now let you go 2 miles per hour faster or something. Or actually put some degrading into the vehicle that makes it worth going through the pit. I think I've seen some of them. Which one was I was playing last that there's one that like forced you into a pit stop. Like if you did not pit, I don't know what would happen because I pit. It's like you need a pit. Car's running low or whatever. So you were forced to go into the pit stop. I guess maybe run it for refuel or something. Honestly, this one doesn't feel more difficult than that last one. It's supposed to be hard. It does have that real curvy spot up there, but it's more kind of straightforward curves. It did have that narrow road. And then the complete 90-degree turns and the palm trees there for me to slam into. care. Dang it. How come he's got faster acceleration than I do? Alright, I'll beat him. Also got a lot of long straightaways in this one. Kind of helps you to get some speed back up. I did finally pick up Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I picked up the Switch version during Black Friday, and then they just released the Switch 2 upgrade for like $5. So I went ahead and did that. I played a couple of laps on it, but I'm mostly playing Metroid Prime 4. But I'll kind of switch off and play some of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds every once in a while too. Get a lap or two in every now and then. And then once I beat Metroid Prime 4, I'll probably go all in and start playing that a little more. I've got the DLC, that the Season Pass. I'm trying to wait, maybe just see if... I got plenty to play right now. No reason to pick up the Season Pass now. So I'm hoping maybe that it gets toward the end of its life, or once everything's come out, then they may have a discount on it, and I pick it up then, and then pick up the game and play back through it again, play all the new stuff. I think I just picked up Ichiban as a racer, like a dragon. So I'll have to try to see how he does. I'm going to attempt to work. I've got a couple weeks off at Christmas from work. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can rework some of this streaming. There's a service, I've never used it before, called Restream. I've looked into it before, but I think they put their logo on the screen if you don't pay for it, and like I don't make any money off of this, so I can't like justify paying for the service. But I'll look into it more. I think they let you do one or stream to 2 platforms from one, but it'll also combine the chat. So I might be able to do the YouTube and Rumble together, and then that way it makes it easier because I could stream both of those at 1080p. Really, I can only stream to one service at 1080p, or it bogs down. In fact, all the settings that I did for the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I think is the reason why Rumble wasn't. I had to drop Rumble for this stream because I had set all the quality settings up more. I was trying to make the stream look better, and all I did is change things back down to 720p for this stream. I think it's just too much bandwidth. I only get like 11.5 meg up. It's bad. I wish I had a better up speed, but our ISP, really the only ISP I have to choose from, doesn't go that fast. I probably could pay more for faster up, but you know, then again, I'm paying more money for something I'm not making money on. So. Oof. Oh, I did move into first. I didn't catch that. This track, even this is hard. This is much easier than that last one. It had all those narrow roads. Track, lap 8. 8, 9, and 10. 3 more to go. It is weird that your high score is based on the total time. And in this mode, you're doing 10 laps. I think the other one was at 5 laps, 4 or 5, I can't remember. So it's like, there's no way that you could ever set a track record in this mode. And overall, though, I mean, even though they complained about the graphics on this when compared to Sega Rally, it definitely has a really good feel to it. I mean, there's challenges, obviously, like that last lap with the narrow road and sharp corners. But, you know, that's something you work at to get better at. Memorize the road, you know, the strategy going into it. So my complaints are more just about me not being good at it, not about the actual game. But the one complaint I do have about the way the game does is when I touch bumpers and I spin out with somebody, that's kind of annoying. But it just kind of bounce you off their bumper, speed them up a little bit, slow you down some. But most of the 2D racer games back in that day did that. So that's just sort of a error of its time. A product of its error. There we go. That's what. That's a short little jingle. Lap some more people. Comes the bumper tunes. This is the final lap. Now I'm really tempted to pick this up on the Switch because I could definitely see 16:9, 1080p being so much more fun. Unfortunately, it's not the Saturn version, it's the arcade version, so you don't have as many tracks. But I'd be curious too to see how it feels differently, considering that the Time Warner Interactive basically just rebuilt this off of looking at the old one. They didn't have any access to the source code. Bizarre. You think, oh, we're gonna have this develop this game for us, and they're like, but we're not gonna give you the source code. I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there, somebody who investigated that. Your best lap is first. We're getting 12 o'clock. After 12 here. Graduate. No. No, I will not graduate. Oh, it didn't give me an option. Dang it. Oh well. Well, that's kind of... Maybe if I hit start going through that and it just went ahead and said, we'll graduate you. Okay, so I did that one. So Greece. I did Greece. Propolis. Oh, there's going to be a lot of running out of bounds.
Lord, think you're an expert? How about flaming some octane at the Acropolis? This little gem is a real driver's track. White knuckle it through the tight turns and unpredictable twists along the coast. Then take a smooth right-hander that leads to the deadly Acropolis hairpin. You'd better hope the gods are smiling when you hit those hairpins, or you'll be taking a bath in the Mediterranean.
And our remastered collection is on $45. Okay, go through my messages while I'm in breaks here. Yeah, so it changed my car. Guess you don't have any choice. I don't know why it has a yes/no option there. Start a new game next time and go kart track level. See, touch bumpers and out. Definitely a product of its time. Oh, good grief. Such a narrow road, too. It's like trying to get through here and not touch bumpers with somebody. There you go. In front of them. Because I'm in 14. Trying my hardest to not touch bumpers. Normally I wouldn't worry about it. Like if I touched bumpers, then yeah, I slowed down, but then I kind of regroup and pass them. If I can hit a sailboat. I feel like it's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Driving. It's like, whoa! Then the music kicks in. Dude, we passed a checkpoint! Oh, that wasn't as good of a style that time. Need the 80s sitcom bumper music. That sounds like the laugh track goes along with that one. Oof. I'll get back on the road. Yeah, I think it's the same music for each checkpoint. Like, or every time you pass a specific checkpoint, it has a specific music. So it's definitely not random. But dude, you're totally passing the checkpoint. Okay, this is the saxophone one. That's more the 80s sitcom. I don't think I had that one last time I passed that one. I thought I had the heavier metal one. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened there, but I just slammed right into the wall. Oh gosh. Doing terrible now. I've lost place. Lost position. Like 8th or 9th. That's about what I can do with this car. Difficulty or whatever it is. That was a different song that time. I had that saxophone one last time. Split between 7th and 9th here are these cars. Try my best not to touch bumpers. Run out in the grass if I have to. Like the worst thing to do is touch bumpers and then complete stop. I'm extended. I don't think you have an extension time in this version. I think that's only in the arcade. But I just naturally hear that every time I pass checkpoints. I'm extended. Oh, get back on the road. I let off the gas a little too late there. I couldn't make that curve. Ah. That wasn't even somebody to pass for a position. That was me lapping somebody. Like, man, shouldn't I? I'm the 6th. If we get the right music this time. Look, a totally excellent checkpoint! Ah, got to 6, but then I ran in the grass. I had terrible there. Got into the grass and I couldn't get back out. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to 6th again. I think I can catch that guy pretty easy. Ah, overcompensated. Totally excellent checkpoint. Ah. Stop overcompensating and going into the grass. I let off the gas, I let off the steering wheel. B button just a little bit before. Closer to him, going through these curves this time, so I'll be able to pass him in straightaway here. Get off the grass. Fighting for 6th. On. Oh, that just ruined it right there. Get this good old complete stop. Probably drop to 9th now. Now they got time now to catch. Oh, good. I wanted to just stop right here and look around at the grass. I don't think I got enough now this time to catch 6th. That hitting the wall and spinning out. Did not help any. Alright, I didn't overcompensate as much that time. Oh. That wasn't too bad. I've done much worse in that curve before. Oh, oh, oh. That slid off into the road. Okay, I've definitely not done Metropolis. Know where Superman lives? Getting that confused.
We are off to the land of the rising sun where they know precision, discipline, and engineering. In short, they know racing. These roads are going to be a true test for what's under the hood because they're wide, they're fast, and they're forgiving. So if you get the lead, better stretch it or lose it. And don't hit the sake till you're in the winner's circle.
Sakigahoshides. Not to the winner's circle. Gosh, the black building makes it very difficult to see the crack side there. A lot of 90-degree turns. Hey, where'd I go? Hey, I just went through a wall. I feel this is going to be really, really bad. A lot of sharp turns. Whoa, it's a total checkpoint! Oh my gosh, get off the me. Man, they picked the wrong color for this buildings. It's really difficult to see that map. I was trying to go for that industrial look, but that's better. Now I kind of see. Well, what am I supposed to... Oh, go the other way. Yeah, I told you this one's going to be bad. Oh, well. And before you get to the sign, turn out the sign. It's going to end up taking me well over 10 minutes to do because laps are taking for a minute. Long tracks. That's 10th. That's what throws me off because that sharp turn sign is like way past the turn. Ah, I flipped over and went into the grass there. Tried to hit it too early and curve. Oh, thank you for not spinning me out for sideswiping that car. Oh, that turned. Probably the best I've done through that little section there. Oh, turn early. You can see some similar design even in games today, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think about the Yoshi level where you go through a tunnel. Very much reminds me of what we just did there. That section we did reminds me of that. Definitely see that. I think Daytona does that. Tunnels kind of gives that more sense of speed because you've got the ceiling going by you faster at the top. Oh, other way. And stop. Long level. Long track. Kind of starting to get the hang of some of the. Say that and then I'll end up messing. I like the nice little Saturn logo in the background there. It's a good touch. Oh, by the way. I always want to go, oh. Gotta turn quickly. Turn before the sign. Seventh. I'd do better on these if I had like a full, like, first time I've ever raced this level and had a chance to kind of know it going in right at the very beginning. Get some muscle memory down on how to do some turns. Road. Oh, I don't know why I keep wanting to turn right there because I think I had like 3 right turns before that, and then I get to that one and I automatically want to right again. You know, the sign clearly tells me that I need to go left. Purple car, get behind me. Oh, wrong way there. I'm way behind the next car, so I doubt I'm going to make it 6. Lap 9, so highly unlikely. 7th, 8th usually seems to be about where I'm finishing on the other right turn. Oops. Left. Nope. Other right turn. Then a left turn. So it's a 4 right turns and then a left turn. Throws me off so much. Go! Alright, do I have any other tracks left that I'm not done? I think there was one more. Big Coast. That one. Expert. Hard but expert. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure I did that because I remember. Is that the one I go down one side and I come back with it?
Ever take one of those little ragtops with the buggy headlights from Monterey to Big Sur? We start this stretch on the California freeway and we're immediately squealing around the off-ramps and the overpasses. If you survive that, you'll be zigging and zagging along the coast.
What about the parachute?
Now, you're in the countryside where you can make some time through some sweet curves.
Oh, maybe not. So maybe I've not done this one. Okay. Probably the last one. Although adding background definitely looks different, so ringing bells. And once I hit one of these really sharp turns, I'll remember. I'm pretty sure I've not done it. This is expert. I'm expecting to finish 11th. Maybe worse than that if I don't quit spinning out everything I hit. Gosh, so I'm coming through here. I've been playing Metroid Prime 4. I'm like, oh, I need to scan those birds, get them in my inventory. Oh, wow. I got up to 11th, so. This one gives you like sharp curve signs in the road. That's pit. Pit. Oh, that was bad. Totally excellent checkpoint. I got up to 10th, so it's higher than what I thought I would be. 1 minute laps again. Two long courses. Which one of the courses that are in here are in the original arcade? Wow. I like floated in the air there. Interesting is I had let off the gas way before that curve. So I probably need to brake for that one. Slowing down definitely hurts you. So you don't accelerate back up very quickly. Step back like that, just dang it. Barely clipped that wall. Let me down way too much. Yeah, braking helped a lot on that. At the 7th, about where I've been on most of these tracks. Not clip the ball. Ball. At 7. Didn't brake early enough. Ah, get out of the... Get back on the road. Slowed me down way too much. I try to push it too hard going into that last curve. Then I end up hitting the wall and then forever to recover. A little better hitting brakes there. Ah, that went a little too hard. Ah, slamming. Okay, I braked way back there when you were close to getting slow enough. Really bad lap. Oh, I'm racing by myself. I'm not like any other vehicles. Oh, there goes one. Didn't change my position though. It's somebody I've already lapped. The sign of how bad I'm doing now is that some car I lapped is now passing me. That's by another car that I'd lapped. Okay, so I think I've done all these now. Yeah. Back out here. Take a look at. Got to do the practice, and you know I can pick the other car. Then highlight the F160 and press Z. Which car is it that I'm unlocking? 200. I already have that. Oh, that's the F1. Okay. Yeah, see, go-kart. That's what I was racing before. 160 and press Z. Oh, there we go. Do one of these one time just to see what it's like. Practice. Okay. Do the 4 laps are fine. Oh. What those are, but let's see what they are. Bronze.
My heart is pounding like a ceremonial drum just thinking about a race within the primitive jungles of the very fast Amazon Falls Raceway. The Amazon Falls is located near the steamy rainforest of...
Okay, I've already seen all that. It's kind of slow, but we'll see. Fourth of 4? Only 4 racers in the practice. Oh, good grief. No, I'm faster. I don't feel like I'm going really that fast. Look, this thing has a little better steering. Dang it. Maybe since I took number 1 out, maybe that'll help me. Oh, annoying buzzing sound. I think it's the drone. I may be able to change views, but I don't want to hit it right now and mess myself up. Oh. YouTube is giving me the business. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Internet's having issues. So it looks like it's coming through fine, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Well, looking fine on this end now, so maybe something just kind of glitched there for a second. Reset my stats and nothing's not losing any frames, so I'm not sure what happened. I think YouTube's complaining about something that's not happening. Okay. Resume. 3, 2, 1, go! Definitely a much faster car. It does feel like it. Well, I'm also on easy. I've been playing the harder tracks. I'm like, feels like I'd make the corners better. It's probably because I'm on the easy. Going so fast, I can't really stop to look at the map to see how close second place is to me. Wow. 27 seconds. I think I was doing that in like 49 or something on the go-kart mode. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Yep. Put it back on check your zipper. Yeah, it's only 4 in practice mode. There's only four laps, so you definitely can set a high rank with only 4 laps. So it's kind of weird how they're basing it on the total time, but you have more laps in one mode than you do another. Okay, so night driving is supposed to be while a race is loading, press and hold A, X, Y, and Z and press start. So we'll just do practice again because that's less tracks, and we'll do the other easy track. I have to select the F160 and then press Z. The easy Europe. keep it off. Really, I could set it to 1 and set a massive speed advantage. Set to no drones and see if that sound goes away. Okay, so okay, it says to while a race is loading.
Located in.
I think I'm supposed to do it here. Loading. That is not off night mode. Let's reset that. Let me find another source that gives a better description. I'm assuming it would work in practice mode. Let's see, what does GameSpot say? While the race is loading, press and hold A, X, Y, Z, and press start. That's distributed by the same name. That probably just copying it from other sites. See what here GameSpot. At the loading screen before the beginning of a race, hold A, X, Y, Z to turn it off before the next race. Hold the same buttons. Oh, I wonder if I did it twice. Maybe turned it on and then turned it right back off. Try it again. Let's see.
Located in the sea.
That does unlock night mode. Again, I wonder if it doesn't work in practice mode. That wouldn't make any sense. Pretty much all these sites are just copying each other because it's like the exact same wording contributed by the exact same person. Yeah, on the loading screen, press and hold X, Y, A, X, Y, Z, A. That's what I'm hitting. Press start to race. Wonder if maybe I'm supposed to do it from here where I'm selecting the track and not the loading screen.
Located in the scenic forests of Bavaria.
Oh, it's not going to work either. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up on this because this is not working. Try to see if somebody had a video of the night mode, but I don't see it here either. I'll try one more time and just try the stand. Arcade mode and see if that's not working in practice. I need to probably turn off the videos. Could be at that point too, I don't know. I don't know if it's before the race loads or before the...
Located in the scenic forests of Bavaria, this track is the perfect place.
I'm supposed to keep A, B, and X, Y held down there in the entire loading screen thing.
3, 2.
Located in the scenic forests of...
Still nope.
Located in the scenic forest.
I'm supposed to do it there. Because it's saying hit start. It kind of is pointless to hit start when you're on the loading screen.
3, 2.
Nope. Oh, this is saying use career mode. I have a career mode. Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm looking for images for Virtual Racing Night Mode. I don't even see any images, so I don't think this is a real thing. I'm wondering if that's gotten picked up from a different version than the Saturn version.
My heart.
Okay, this doesn't load. Call it quit. Yeah, that's still not working. I think that's going to be it for today. So definitely a good racer. I liked it pretty well. It definitely has a lot of good physics feel to it. Of course, I was playing all on easy. I think that was, this must apply probably to the arcade version, but otherwise, this one game I wish I would have chance to play back when it came out. Track Bank, Car Bank. CD audio. Here we go. See the opening. Yeah, I recognize these sounds now. That was the track. Level select. Totally excellent chat. Totally excellent checkpoint. There's more music. Oh no, maybe that is all it. Okay. Cool. Well, I definitely enjoyed the game, and I should be back again next week. I haven't decided what I'm going to play yet, but I'm saving sort of a semi-Christmas theme one for 2 weeks from today. The last Saturday before Christmas. So if you're catching this afterwards, drop a comment below and let me know if you have any games that you'd like me to play and what you think about this game. So I guess we'll go ahead and call it a day for now. So until next time, be good. And I just about forgot. So no, this is not the end. I need to give away some channel memberships. Let me do that real quickly. I don't think you have to actually be active in the stream right now. You just have to be subscribed and have to have watched part of the stream. So, actually, do I have them only? Do I have? Hold on. There we go. Tipped gifting. Send 5 now. If you end up getting some of these, I don't know if we'll get all 5 go out now. Just sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The Lord Zed received one. So thank you, Lord Zed, for checking out the stream. And there'll probably be some others that might trickle in here over the next few minutes. So we'll go ahead and call it from here. See, yeah, some more trickling in. So now we'll go ahead and call it a day. So until next time, be good.